to the person who invited you on, right? And really make sure that you got your questions answered. So you can actually put yourself in a position where you can actually figure out exactly what works for you, where you're comfortable at, and then what you can do. But what I want to do for you guys right now is before you hang up, I want to introduce one of my business partners who is incredibly successful here in Optimus, but also incredibly successful outside of Optimus. Him and his wife are huge humanitarians. They're always looking for ways that they can help people, not just here in the U.S., but all around the world. And he really did his research. He looked at Optimus. He was one of the initial leaders because of his accomplishments in the past. And, just to give you guys, I don't want to brag about him too much, but he earned over $1 million in 45 days in a crypto program. So he's has a reputation that people around the world are aware of. So he was one of the leaders that they offered to fly in, specifically, obviously, from the U.S. to come and really kick the tires, ask the hard questions, meet Antonio Salas, make sure that this was legitimate. And he flew down and he documented that whole thing. He put it up on a website so people could see it, flying in the helicopter, hanging out in the yacht, all these types of things. And I want him to kind of come on board and talk a little bit about what's happened with Optimus for him and his family here in a short period of time, but also what the plans are going forward. Because I know the way he tells it, he hasn't even scratched the tip of the iceberg yet. What's going to happen for this team and for the people that are working with him and working with the system is going to be unbelievable. So with that said, Dr. Gamet, if you're on, sir, and you can you unmute yourself? And I'm just going to shut up and let you take over.
I have a surprise for you. Actually, Dr. Amy.
It's Dr. Amy. Guys, it gets even better because
right.
Everything that Dr. Gamet has actually done, he's just really taking credit because his wife, Dr. Amy, is really the one who's like, but no, Dr. Amy, welcome to the call. That's awesome. So love to hear from you.
Thank you. Yeah, he's doing another deal right now, of course. So
okay.
You get me. Now, here's the thing. You did a great job on the front end, so I won't repeat that, except to add that he's been a consultant in the blockchain industry since basically 2014. So yes, everything comes across our desk. And he did the due diligence, was really pleased with what he saw. We've been waiting for someone who's got the heart. I mean, let's put it this way. I'm a logical person. I don't do the depth of research my husband does as a consultant, but I'm a logical person. When you are a self-made millionaire by the age of 19 and you can fly 8 people from around the world, pick them up in a helicopter, fly them for an hour to your beachfront, vacation home, put them up with a 5-star chef for 5 days. I mean, you can't fake that, right? So he's got resources. But more important to me is his father is the mayor 2 towns over. There's nowhere to run. There's no reason to do a rug pull. But none of that's good enough until you see the trading is real. And that's what we've seen. Not only did the executive council, like my husband, get down there, but now it's been followed up by real traders coming in from around the world, confirming the trading is real, and we are paying out, and we're seeing that. We came in January 3rd, got back from Brazil, and got the flu. So even sick and running an entire organization, still managed to average, at this point, we're 54th day in, and we're at about 55,000. So that's averaging over 1,000 a day without even being full-time in any way, shape, or form. We're really just putting in our buddies so far. And now we're going to kick it off with big marketing. I got to tell you, the reason we're doing that is because not just of what's happened, but what's coming. What's coming is a real foundation built on real products. We have a MasterCard that is unparalleled. You literally do not have to do a KYC. This is huge, right? It's tremendous for us because we can literally have a fully decentralized project that's now got their coin that's launched on the 20th. The exchange is coming, and there's a whole host of physical products that will be connected with this. We are here to help dot the I's and cross the T's for the U.S., but literally on a worldscape, we can not only bring in the heavy lifters, and we've got about 100 of the international top leaders already in this company. It's incredible coming to the table. But we also, as a humanitarian organization, can get someone benefactored in for $20 and change their lives. That's, 10 to 20% of some people's monthly income, what they're making on a daily basis. And you can pull it out every 2 hours. This binary pays every 2 hours. If you don't share it, you're still going to win. I mean, about 4 months, you've got your money back. If you compound, it's about 3 months. If you share it, my God, we're doubling every week now. I mean, it's extraordinary what you can do with this project because it's got the longevity potential. It's got someone who, how many bulletproof cars do you need? How many boats? How many houses? There comes a point where people with heart like Antonio want to make a difference. He and his wife, when you see that the gardener is treated like the $1 million earner, you get the people that have heart that are behind this. And that to us is one of the most important features. So I'm just thrilled to be able to help people around the world with a smartphone and a little education, which we're here to give you. So I hope that helps everyone understand why we're behind it. Thank you, Brian.
Dr. Amy, thank you. And I love the way that you can lay out perfectly the logic behind it. And I also love the way that you can just so casually say, hey, we've been in for only 54 days and we're averaging over $1,000 a day and we haven't even gotten started with the afterburners yet. Because, guys, I mean, the reality is that, there are already people like Dr. Amy and Dr. Gamet who are, making what most people would consider to be life-changing income. And remember, this is a global opportunity. I know we have people on here representing multiple countries around the world, even today. But I mean, Dr. Amy alluded to it. In a lot of countries around the world, the average monthly income is about $200. So when we're actually able to go out there and get someone started, and for $20 USDT, and then turn that into what for many people would be a fortune, right? I mean, $1,000 a day. How about $1,000 a month for most people around the world would be life changing. Now you realize why this is so powerful, but also realize that we're just at the very beginning. What happens over the next 90 days is going to be, is really going to set the tone. For the people on the team right now, this next 90 days, we're going to run like our hair is on fire because we know that what we do and the foundation that we put in place over the next 90 days, that's going to be the determinant factor for many of us for what our families are going to look like, what the legacy can potentially look like, for the type of income that can be earned here. So with that said, guys, again, I'm looking at the clock and I'm kind of on the countdown of we got an hour and 15 minutes to take